So we have set up the instrument in the tripod, and first stage of operation is to level the instrument. So for leveling this total station, there are actually two stages. First, we need to level this screw arrangement system, tri-bract trivet system. Okay, for that, if you look closely, there is a simple screw here. You have to turn it a half turn, and then this device will be unlocked from its screw stage assembly. Then you can just lift it from here. Okay, so we can move the upper portion of the instrument. So if you look closely, there is a bubble head in that stage. You see this one? This is the first stage of leveling. We need to level the tripod first. Okay, so if you level this properly, that small bubble will come to the circle marked. Okay, the circle marked here is a marking on the glass, and the smaller one is the actual bubble. You have to get the bubble into this circle. Okay, for that there are multiple ways to doing it. Okay, the simple method is to choose two legs. Okay, you pick two legs and make the other leg as constant. Okay, so hold it right here, and you can adjust the height of these two legs. Okay, that's how you make the bubble into the greater circle marked in the level. Now this is perfectly centered. Now fix the upper part of the total station. You can see three holes, and there will be three legs in the upper part. Just position it correctly and turn the screw clockwise. Now we are going to power on the hardware. That we have to insert a battery here, and this is how you have to insert the battery. There will be a gold pot that should face outwards and upward. Okay, and you have to insert it properly, and then turn the screw to tight that box. Now it's ready to power on. There is a power on button right here, that red one. Click and hold to power on the hardware, and if it power on, you can see the brand there. Okay, then it shows up the leveling of the instrument. Okay, so there will be a digital bubble on the software, and there will be a horizontal bubble system, and there is a vertical bubble system. You have to make the instrument parallel to any two bubbles. You don't have to rotate further than that. You have to choose two foot screws and make it the instrument parallel to those two foot screws. Okay, then you have to turn the screws as shown in the display. Okay, right now it shows to turn it outwards. So if you turn it, that will take the bubble to the center portion, and if it is correct, you can see a tick mark there. And if you fix the horizontal bubble, you have to go to the vertical bubble system. Okay, right now you have to pick the other screw that we have not turned and turn it as shown. You have to see 3 takes. That's how you can assure that the instrument is properly leveled. Okay, now the leveling is completed. Now you have to press the continue button. Okay, so F4 button is right below the continue option, so you have to press the F4. And there are multiple options coming up. There is quick survey, programs, manage, transfer, settings, tools, and everything. The white button is the escape button. Red button is the enter button. This is a joystick. Okay, there is a function key. and this is next page. Okay, if there are two pages, you can click on this button and go to the next page. Say I am going to the function button. You can see 3 pages are there, so you can click on the page button right here and you can move between the pages. Okay, so right now that's not needed, so I am pressing the escape button. Right now we are at the home page of the instrument and we have to go to the programs. So you can use the joystick right here and just click on that. It will take you to the programs and click enter. There is station setup, survey, stakeout and everything all. We have to set up the station first. So click on that station setup, enter. So there will be 3 options coming up: F1 set job, F2 settings and F4 start. We have to set a job first, so we must click F1. So this is the previous job that has stored in the instrument. We have to create a new job, so click on new. That is the F1 button. And first we need to give a name and all. So we can give a random name. To insert a name, select the job there and click on input button, F3. And there will be a cursor right now. You can give any names. Say I want to name it as, say, a number 1, 2, 3. Well, I first click F1, F1 again. So right now the number 1 is there, and if I want another number, say 2, I have to click F1 again and click on 2, F2. So 2 is right there. And say if I want a alphabet there, I have to click on that arrow button, F4. Say I want a letter A, I have to press first A, F1. A is right above the F2 button. So I have named the project as 12A. Then I have to enter an operator name. For that, first I must enter this value. So click on enter. So right now it's on the operator stage. There also we can input the name of the operator. You can just click on input here and say I want a name ABC. ABC is right here and the corresponding button is F1. A is here, corresponding button is F2. Then B is also right here, corresponding button is F1. B is here, F3. Then C, corresponding button is F4. So I have the operator name also, and if you have any remarks for the station, you can enter remarks in the prescribed manner. If you have completed, we must click enter. Okay, so right now I'm leaving the remark columns as nothing, so I have to click continue now. So the job is set. So we are back to the station setup page again. So we have set our job. Now we can start our job. So F4 is the corresponding button. So there are, next comes the station data page. So there are multiple methods you can choose from. Right now the selected method is resection. Okay, we are not in the resection method right now. We are going to select orientation. You can choose the joystick. So there is orientation with coordinate and orientation with angle. So if our survey is orientation with angle, we must select this option, or if our survey is orientation with coordinates, we must go to the next method. Okay, so right now I'm going with the orientation with angle method. Now there is a station You can name the station as whatever you want. Right now I'm going with the default value, and it is A1. Okay, now next is the HI. HI is the height of instrument. Okay, we have to enter that value. It is the height of the collimation level above the ground we are standing. Okay, so if you look closely to the instrument, you can see a mark here. It will be on the both sides of the instrument. Okay, so to measure height of instrument, we are using the prism. Okay, so there is a red marking here. We have to match this red marking with this mark, and we have to read the corresponding mark which is shown in the staff of that prism. Now measure the height of instrument. So it shows 140. Then after you can see two markings. Okay, only count the visible marking. So after 140 you can see two divisions. So it is 142. Okay, there is another system of marking also. You can choose either feet or centimeter. Okay, I'm going with the SI unit, so I will choose 142 centimeters. Okay, 140, 141, 142. So we have to enter that value here. For that, use the joystick. Okay, I'm not changing the station name. I have to enter HI, height of instrument. That's 142 centimeters. That is 1.42 meters. So click on input button here. So corresponding button is F3. 1 is in here, F1, 1 again F1. It's 1.42. Use the joystick. .42. Then click enter. Okay. Now we have to click on this down arrow here, F4. We have to give an ENH value. So click on F2. ENH is the east, north and height of this station point. We have to give the correct values of east, north and height. Okay, that is the referral coordinates from a point of non-elevation. Okay. Okay. Either you can give the correct value or you can enter the random value. Say I'm going with the arbitrary value right here because the coordinates error will be cumulative. I can after finding out the exact value, I can add or subtract the error and I can refine my survey. So right now I am going to put east as 1000 meter, north as 1000 meter, height as 100 meter. Okay, right now I have entered the east as 1000 meter, then north as 1000 meter again, and height as 100 meter. Then after entering it properly, we have to click on continue button. Now the points are stored. Now click on the up button here and click on continue. Okay, now we have to store a fixed point. Okay, we have to give a starting point. we may call it as the base point. So there is a point ID right here. You can change all the values. So I'm setting point ID to 1. Okay. Next is the HR. HR is the height of ray. We have to set the prism on wherever point we want. This is only a demo survey, so I'm fixing this point as the starting point of my survey. Okay, so I have erected the prism right here, and I made sure that this thing can be seen by the total station. Okay, that's the only thing we have to make sure, because on surveying, if you click that button, it will emit a light source, and the light will be reflected by this reflector, and that's how the machine calculates the point. Okay, so we wherever we fix the point, we have to erect this prism truly vertical and make sure this prism is seen by the total station. Okay, so you can adjust the height of the prism also. There's a button right here. You can just click and hold, and then you can move the stuff. Okay, if you have enough height, you can just release this button. Okay, so make sure that this reflector is seen by the total station. Now we have to enter the height of ray. Okay, if this reflector is here and total station can see this reflector, we can take the height of ray as the division shown in the staff. Okay, so right now the staff is set to 170 centimeters. So our height of ray will be 1.7 meters. So we have to enter the height of ray here. So first click on enter button, and right now we are at the height of ray option. We have to input that value. So click on input. So the height of ray is 1.7 meter. 1 point. So enter that properly and click on enter. If you have any remark, we can enter here. Say this is our first point. That will be the base point. We can enter the remark base. Okay, I'm not considering that, but this is only just a demo survey. Okay, so I'm leaving the remarks column as blank. Then that will be the first point where we will start our survey. So we have to make this horizontal angles to 0. Okay, that will be a 0 point. From that point, the instrument will measure the angle. So we have to just click on that input button right there. So I have to enter 0 degrees, 0 minute and 0 seconds. Just click on input and it will directly give that value. Just click on enter. If you are going for any vertical survey, you have to set this vertical angle also to 0. Okay, right now I am only interested in the horizontal surveying, so I am not going to touch that value. Next, what we have to do is we have to set the point to the base point. So rotate the total station, orient it properly with the reflector. Here there is a small this thing right over here. It can guide as a alignment. Just align it directly with the prism, and you must be close. Okay, so look through this eyepiece right here. After removing the parallax and all, then first we need to remove the parallax of the eyepiece holding a white paper, and make the cross hair in the total session distinct. Then we have to remove the parallax of the objective. This is eyepiece focusing screw. This is this is objective focusing screw. Okay, and there is also a tangent screws. This is the vertical tangent screw, and this is the horizontal tangent screw. Okay, so just coincide. There is also crosshairs in the prism also. Okay, we have to coincide the crosshair of the instrument and crosshair of the prism. Okay, if it coincides perfectly, you can see a red dot. Okay. We have a match, and the red dot is perfectly seen. Now we have set our points. Now just click on this set button. If everything is good, it will give you a confirmation message. Now we have set up that station. Now we can enter the survey. Click on the joystick and take survey, then enter. Then again it shows the set job station setup and start. The last work that we have carried out will be set to default. Okay, so just click on start, F4, and now we have this surveying menu. Okay, there will be point IDs, height of remarks, horizontal angle and vertical angle will be calculated by the instrument automatically. We just have to enter the new height of ray and remark. Okay, we can move the prism to wherever points we want to survey, and we have to collide this line of ray with that of prism, and then we have to enter the height of ray. Okay, if there is any change, we have to enter height of ray, and we just have to click on measure. So we have set up the prism and in another point, say that point right over there. Then now we have to collide the light rays. Okay. The point is all set right now. If you look closely, you can see that red light. Then check the height of ray. Okay. The height of ray is 170. We have not changed that value. Okay. If there is a pit or if there is a hill, this length will change, and we have to enter the correct height of ray. Now we have to enter that corrected value. As height of ray. Okay. So we by default the height of ray will come here, and it is 1.7. We have entered it last time, and we have not changed that. So hence we may not need to change this value. If you have any remark, you can type on. You can just select the remark, and you can use the input, and you can type the remark there. I'm leaving that blank, and just click on measure. And that point is stored perfectly. If that was okay, you can see the point ID is set to next value. Okay, see, it is 2 right now. Now we are going to sight to the second point. So we have again done that, and now also the height of ray is not changed. So just click on measure. If you're changing height of ray, you have to enter that. Okay, so I have not changed that value. I can see it perfectly. So I'm going to hit on measure, F1 button. So that point is surveyed. Now we have to sight to the third point. So we have set up that prism right over there, and we have coincided the totalization with the prism perfectly, and we just have to click measure, F1. In this method you can take whatever point, how many number of points you would like to, any number of points you can take. Okay. Measure. So just click on measure. Now the points are stored and we are stopping the survey right now. Okay. So if you want to see the results, you just have to click on escape, come to the home page. So we are at the program page right now. So as I said earlier, there is 2 pages. We have to go to the next page. So click on this page button right here. So there are so many options right here. Right now, if I want to find out the area of the points that I have just surveyed, I have to take it to the area volume. Okay, then just click on enter. By default, the last job will be there, and last job is ours. And I have to click the F4 button. Okay. Right now the leveling is just disturbed. That's why it reminds. So we have to level it again. That's why you have to. This is a very delicate equipment. You have to make sure that you are not moving it, or you have to level it every time you made a change. Okay, then hit on continue. Now you can start F4. Okay, so if you see, there is a down button here. Click on again, and you can see a list option. Okay, let's click on list, and it will show the points that we have just surveyed. We have to click on that point. Say if I am going to start from 1, click on 1 and hit continue. Now that point is selected. You can the point on this display panel, and again click on list, take the second point, continue. Now the second point is here, take list, third point, continue, third point, again take list, fourth point, continue. You can see the geometry also right here, and if you have completed, calculate. So you can see the area in hectares, meter square, and the perimeter. And you can come back to home page using this escape button. Just click on that. So we are at the program menu again, and say if I want a distance between 2 points, I have to take tie distance. Okay, and click on enter. The default job will be the default one. The last job will be the default one. And click on F4. There are two methods, polygonal method and radial method. We have the site, so you can go with either polygonal or radial. I am choosing polygonal. Okay, so we have to show that 2 points also. So press the down button here. There is a list. Click on F3 and choose 2 points. Say I want a distance between 1 and 4. Click on 1, then continue. Then again take the list and select 4. Continue. So the results will be shown. The horizontal distance is 12.8 meters, inclined distance is 12.81 meters, level difference is 0.482 meters. These are the default values that can be seen in the instrument itself. These values can be exported to the AutoCAD using a DXF file. We can also avail this result as digital file too. That's the one of the greatest importance and advantage of this instrument. So one thing you have to know about this is a very delicate equipment, and this is more like a computer, and you have to handle it that much with that much caution. Okay, so after your survey is complete, make sure that you power off the system. So press and hold the power button after coming up to the home page. Now we are at the home page, and now we can power off this. Press and hold. Now the level is again disturbed, that's why it shows again. It will shut down. And first you have to remove this battery. Put it back in. Then the screw and remove the instrument.